You hear that? That's the sound of a box with a reverb in it. Let's crack it open and see which one. I already know what it is. You already know what it is too because of the title and the thumbnail and everything else. I always, you know, hope that I can surprise you guys, but it doesn't actually work out that way, huh? This isn't a business of surprising people. It's YouTube. I have to tell you what the video's about or you're not gonna watch it. So anyways, we've got a reverb here from Matthews Effects. Gosh, hopefully my overhead camera's in focus. I didn't check that before I got started. There we go. It came with a Midi cable for demo. Does not come with the pedal. I don't have a Midi controller, so thanks, Rick, but I won't be using this in this video. I'm so sorry. Thank you for including it, though. All right, the Traveler. We've got a manual here. I'm not going to read the whole dang thing. Wow, there's a lot of MIDI information on the back of there. If you're a nitty-gritty MIDI user, then you're probably excited about this right now. I'm sorry. I'm not the one to show it off because I don't run MIDI rigs, really. I think I've done it once or twice just trying it out when I had the proper hardware to do it, but I don't currently have the proper hardware to do it. Here we go. Look at that! 3-color art on this. Matthews pedals going all out. Well, just from looking at the manual here for a minute or two, I think I've got a pretty good gist of what I'm about to get into. There's 3 reverb algorithms, a modulated plate reverb, a hall reverb with adjustable shimmer, and a spring-inspired reverb with a low-pass filter. I can't wait to check that thing out. Also, if you hold the foot switch, then you go into like infinite trails mode. It also has 6 preset slots that you access via MIDI with this cable into your MIDI controlling device. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing any of that. And what else? I think that's it. It's fairly simple. And also, from what I understand, this is a fairly affordable pedal too, coming in at $129. So let's see what it sounds like. Does it sound like $129? What if it sounds like $600? Then it'll be a major deal, right? A major bargain. If this thing sounds like $90,000 worth of reverb. Is there even such a thing? I'm going to use my Fender Player Plus Strat because it is an excellent demo guitar with a humbucker in the bridge, 2 noiseless single coil pickups, and a beautiful candy green finish that I just love looking at when I'm editing my videos. So anyways, we are on the neck pickup, running through the 2 Princeton's rig. Was that enough? A little bit more. There we go, that's enough. Let's check this thing out. All the knobs are all the way down. Let's put them up at noon or midnight, depending on where you are. And we're on. Let's start off on the mod setting, which is the left switch position. Oh, it changes color. That's cool. What a typical Matthews Effects sort of feature right there. Oh man, of course. All right, mod setting. Let's see what we've got here. Right off the bat, this thing is leaning into ambient. Beautiful. Like full wet saturation sorts of territories. This is with everything at noon. What's it gonna sound like when I turn things up? So we've got mix, M, which I'm assuming is the modulation control, and then feedback. Let's dime the feedback. bass like. Leave that there. Control the range of the mix. In the middle position, noon or midnight there. Man, that's a rich mix. This is sounding great. Right off the bat, I've barely done anything. It's huge and lush and thick sounding. I can't imagine the mix going past noon. What happens past noon? 'Cause that's a really rich mix. It's just full wet. I could see how someone would make great use of this with a MIDI controller. Have your like full wet settings like that, and then have more pulled back, more subtle settings. I'm assuming the M knob controls the modulation amount on this algorithm, so let's turn it all the way down. All the way up. That's beautiful. Max that feedback. And the mix. Let's max everything. Try the hold function here. So let's do a pretty conservative, like always on style sound. Is it doing it? Oh, it just does the feedback to max. So you still have to set the mix where you want it to be. Let's start with the feedback really low. Little things like that. Little options. It'll allow you to like max out a setting. All right, let's pull it back to noon on everything and check out that shimmer setting. That little bloom there on a nice shimmer where it just all comes in and peaks this little angelic choir. All right, let's max it out. I've already got the feedback all the way up. Full wet. Now, what does the modulation setting do, or the mod setting? Is it a mix control for that shimmer? Without the shimmer, it's still beautiful. It is a beautiful hall reverb. Even with the feedback all the way down, it's pretty. Let's do something a little bit more reasonable here. Whoops. All right. Going back to ridiculous settings here. Something more subdued and normal, Ryan. Let's try to do something a little bit more pulled back. Now, it could be a simple always on strummable, just kind of like fill your signal out a little bit reverb if you want. When you can go all the way wet and all the way ambient, why would you ever do that? Now here's a reverb pedal that goes crazy, ridiculous, all the way wet, full saturation of shimmer and modulation, and a spring setting that I haven't even gotten into yet. Let's just keep it pulled back, nice and conservative and simple. Very nice, just standard hall reverb sort of sound there with a little hint of shimmer. Just a little something to let your blues riffs sound like they're in a big, empty concert hall. Why is it empty? Well, you're either there for sound check, or you're like the janitor, and you're just taking the opportunity to jam in a great big concert hall in the middle of the night. Or no one wants to listen to you play, so no one came to your show and you're all alone in a great big empty concert hall. That's that sound right there. Riffs like that, should you really be surprised? On to that vintage setting. People in my last video that had reverbs in it were like, why are you so hard on pedals that don't drip? You're always like, oh, it doesn't drip, it's worthless. I don't think I do that. I don't think I say that. I mean, I'm always looking for a drippy reverb, and I have no idea if this is going to deliver that. It says in the manual, spring inspired with adjustable low pass filter. If it drips, I'm gonna be very excited. If it doesn't drip, I'm gonna be like, well, this is a different style of spring reverb. Not every spring reverb pedal can or should drip. Not everyone wants that sound. I want that sound, but it doesn't mean that everyone should want that sound. Absolutely not. But let's see what we got here. A little bit of like a slap back style thing happening here. Here we go, low pass filter on that mod control. So I'll leave that all the way open. Take it to the bridge single. A little bit rich on the mix there. This pedal likes a rich mix though. That's what it wants to do. Yeah, I'm not detecting a surfy style reverb here, which is fine. Not, like I said, not every reverb has to be surfy. Wow, it's spicy though. Pull things back a bit and see what we got going on here. Feedback needs to be up a bit for this to breathe. Getting close there. It does have a little percussive edge to it when you palm mute. It's somewhere in between like an in-amp reverb or a studio style reverb. It sounds really pretty and it has a nice bounce to the trail. Try messing with that low pass filter. Pull back some of those harsh, bright highs that I love so much. Yeah. Yeah. See, it's doing more of like a mellow studio style reverb. Back even more. All the way off. This is the setting for your blues riffs, your blues and your jazz riffs. Grab some dirt pedals to throw at this thing, and then maybe some baritone fun. There's some mid-push crunchiness from the Wampler Bell Overdrive. Let's see how it hits that mod reverb. Sounds great. Let's try it with the Shimmer. honest, if you're using a shimmer reverb, you're not gonna have it low in the mix. But let's try pulling out that shimmer all the way and just use this as a hall. No one's gonna do just a little bit of shimmer. You're just gonna dime it and break the knob off, right? Watch me find like a perfect, beautiful sound that I love with the shimmer down low. Now, once I hear that shimmer starting to come in, I want it maxed. On to the vintage setting. The vintage setting really doesn't do the same sort of thing as one of those big ambient settings. It wants to be pulled back a bit. It wants to be more subtle and more tasteful. Now I want to try that fuzz. We'll go back to the mod setting. Here's what the fuzz sounds like all on its own. Maybe I should stop screwing around and go straight for the baritone on this. there you have it. The Matthews, the Traveler. It takes you places. Or you take it places, you travel with it. There's traveling involved. Your signal travels. I think if you're looking for ambient sounds with MIDI controllability at a really fair price, $129. Even if it didn't have MIDI, just for like the simple face of the pedal that it is, that's a great price for a reverb that's giving you, some standard reverb sounds and then adding in those modulations, whether it be modulation on the mod plate setting or the shimmer on the Hall setting, or pulling out the highs with that low pass filter on the vintage setting. There's a lot to work with there. I mean, like he could have done just one single reverb algorithm and done one of those big brand budget sort of deals, like a $99 pedal. But it sounds great. Really great audio quality from the various reverbs. A lot of room to go wet. These reverbs want to be wet. Look at where the mix is. Most reverbs don't get that wet with the mix all the way up. Of course, you can tweezer it down here and do more subtle normal settings. No, this reverb is for people that want to get just huge. Good job, Matthews, you did it. What do you guys think though? You, the viewer, the most important person in this video, the consumer who might end up buying one of these things. What do you think of this pedal? Are you an ambient player? Do you want big, luscious, spacious, modulated reverb trails? Do you have a MIDI controller? Are you into the nitty-gritty MIDI stuff? Because if you are, like this feels like a bit of a bargain to me. Like all the controllability that you can do. If I'm understanding this correctly, you can control all these settings and have 6 different presets with MIDI control. So you could dial in a very standard, always on, subtle little splash of reverb for your blues licks and whatnot, and then have 5 presets just maxed out, ridiculous trails, shimmer, and modulation, and deep, dark, low pass, springy sounds and stuff like that. I think it's very compelling. I hope Rick sells a bunch of these and he continues the line and does, does more pedals with this sort of concept. $129, all that MIDI control, and on the face of it, it's fairly simple and easy to understand. I think there's something there. All right, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, dislike, leave me rude and nasty comments. Support us on Patreon. If you want to be in the very special club that some people are in, where they get to hang out and chat as the video premieres for the first time, then you need to make sure you subscribe and go down to the bell and click all so you get notifications when I launch videos. We have a great community of people who like to hang out and chat when I launch these videos. And it's my social reward for doing the, sometimes it takes me like easily 12, 15 hours to do even one of these unboxing videos. The more detailed videos take me like 3 or 4 days. So it's nice to be able to hang out and chat with people when the video actually goes live. It's like I said, it's my social reward. So if you want to be some people, click the bell, set it to all, and we can be friends on the internet. And other than that, you know what? Stay grounded. Bye, everybody.